Guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a full video on how to draw a simple human body, not the dead kind, the alive kind. This is not an NSFW channel. Anyways, so this is going to be it's probably going to be one of my favorite videos because I've always actually dreamed of doing a how to draw a body tutorial. And this is going to be a more feminine body, but you can edit to have more masculine features. Okay, so starting the video, it's basically just like the typical circle. So first you're going to start off by drawing just a simple circle. Depending on how old they are, you can give them a real big head, give them a real small head, or just however big you're drawing them. Make sure the circle doesn't have any kind of rounded square edges, because I know I do that a lot, and then it messes up the whole shape of the head. So this is step one, circle. Now don't place it too low on the page if you're going to make a short character, because if you're going to make a short character, you might end up not having space to draw the feet. Because think about it, the torso isn't, the torso isn't going to be, this small, unless you're drawing a very chibi kind of smushed up child kind of character, then maybe. But yeah, okay, so once you're done with that, you're going to take a line and you're going to put it straight down the middle. Don't stop at where the jawline is going to be. Now go down and curve like that. Now if your character's gonna have hair covering one side of their face, and it's gonna go beyond the jaw, then don't add the other side. But if your character's just gonna have just normal bangs, then yeah. And don't get frustrated if it doesn't look the same like mine does. Obviously you can see that's not even. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. The phone thing slipped. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry to give you guys a concussion. Anyway, now you're going to erase the side that you don't like and see if you can copy it to the other side. Boom, and once you're happy with it, you're going to draw two little lines for the neck. Don't make the neck too short, don't make the neck too long. Well, depending on how long your character's neck is going to be. Sorry about the kids yelling in the back. They're really annoying. If you watched my last video, you would know that they're constantly screaming. Sorry about that. Anyways, so what you're going to do is after you've done that, you're going to take a line and you're going to put it not straight across the face, but more right below the circle and kind of above it, depending on how big your eyes are going to be. We're going to get to the eyes later. Now, take your pencil and you're going to draw out the shoulders. Now, if your character is more masculine, you would probably want to have the shoulders a bit wider. But if they're more feminine, then you can have them a bit shorter. My character is kind of masculine-ish feminine, so I don't know. And then, depending on which way your character is facing, you can go like this, give them sort of an area where the arm goes behind the chest, and a place where the arm goes in front of the chest, or you can have it on both sides and it's going like this, or both the arms can be going in. It doesn't really matter, basically just how your character is posed, but she's just going to be in a simple standing pose. Sorry, I keep wiping all the eraser things off. Okay, here. Next step. And then once you're done with that, I'm just going to give her a little bit of a chest here. Bring it down. Don't bring it all the way down to where the waist is going to be. But if you want to have your character be a more boxy kind of character, then you can do that. But if you want them to kind of have an hourglass shape, bring it down to about right here. And tip. Now, if your character is facing directly towards the camera, or not the camera, if your character is facing directly towards you, you're gonna have both shoulders look like they're the same length. But if they're facing this way, the shoulder is gonna look slightly shorter because it's behind the actual torso. This one is gonna look longer because it's in front. Bring the arms about down here and curve this part of the arm just a little bit. Mind you, this is definitely not correct anatomy, but this is just this is a stylistic way of drawing a character, specifically kind of feminine. Okay, now once you've done that, you're going to kind of curve the arms out a little bit and then just go straight. Curve them out a little bit. Go straight. Now, I want her to kind of be a little bit of an hourglass shape, and this arm goes in front. Going to bring it down, and then where you want the hands to begin, at a line. Now, I'm going to go like this. Wait, no. If your character is facing this way, then this one is going to be longer, just like how the shoulders work. And go like that. And then like that. And then curve this one a little bit and then go straight down. Curve this one a little bit and then go straight down. And then do like that. And you can fix the legs if they don't look right to you. And then once you think that it looks good, of course, get all the eraser shavings out of the way, and that it would properly line up. So I'm guessing her torso would be about right there. Then you're going to slightly bring the legs out just a little bit. And then depending on how tall your character is, that's how long you're going to make it. Now, if this part of your character's leg is going to be very long, don't make this one super short. Because to me, that just doesn't look very good. And now, usually, if your character is going to have super long ones, I know I just said don't make it super short, but when I say super short, I mean like that short, and then go. Because that just doesn't look very good, you know? And then, so after you've completed that step, sorry, this is kind of confusing. I'm just making sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take this out and slightly curve it. Bring it down. Slightly curve it and then bring it down. And then this is going to go completely straight until it starts reaching the bottom, that you're going to go kind of like this. Now you can change it, morph it, however you want it to look. My character is kind of boom, so that's kind of how she's gonna look. Boom. So they're her legs. She's gonna look like so far. Now this kind of looks wrong because I'm not totally immersed in the drawing, and when I'm immersed in the drawing, it looks like 100% better. Like if you want to see some of my drawings. Yeah, so, but anyway, I'm gonna go like that. Okay, there you go. Legs, finished. I'm probably gonna fix this right here after I'm done with the drawing. And now here comes the dreaded part of every single artist's life. The hands. Now, I have gotten way better at drawing hands. Believe me, I used to draw hands like this. A freaking paw. Get that out of my sight. Okay. So, once you're done crying about how you're going to hate drawing your hands, my way of drawing hands is quite easy, honestly. So a good idea is to look at your hands for reference. If you want your character to be kind of like in a hip pose, like with one hand on their hip and then one going down, then you put your hand on kind of something that represents your hip. Like you look at how your hand is positioned when it's on its hip. And then you look at how you want the other hand to go. Like, do you want it to be like kind of like this? Like, do you want it to be a little bit curled up? Do you want it to be like flashy? Do you want it to just go just on their side? You can do whatever you want with the hands. But my way of drawing it is when you get to the wrist, thin it out just a little bit. Now, don't thin it out too much, because then it will look very, very weird. And when your drawing looks weird, you're going to hate yourself for eternity. So, first, you're going to draw a square, kind of. This is going to be your palm. And depending on how big you want your palm to be, I suggest just kind of a little bit less taller than a square. So, kind of like a smooshed little rectangle. Depending on how you stylize your hands, like some people have 3 fingers and a thumb, or they do the normal 4 fingers and a thumb. I usually do 3 fingers and a thumb. And always remember, when it's the back of the hand, the thumb will always be facing the rest of the body. It will never be over here unless the hand is opened. Going to curve this out a little bit and round out the finger. Now, sometimes I'm a little inconsistent and I accidentally do 4 fingers. So I try to make my fingers a bit wider. Then I erase this bottom line. And since this hand is facing this way, we're going to try and make these fingers even. This one is going to be on top of this one. This one is going to be on top of this one. And this one is just going to be on top of nothing. Except for the palm, of course. Now you're going to make the thumb look better. Kind of curve it out. Make it longer. And then it will go on top. Edit the fingers, however. They're your fingers. Well, they're not really your fingers. They're your character's fingers. Please don't steal your character's fingers. That is highly illegal. And boom. Now you have this simple, ugly looking, disgusting, cartoon, ugly hand. Now, I want this character to be kind of a psychopath. So I'm going to have one hand menacingly behind her back. And it's also because I don't want to draw the other hand. So, just please don't judge me. Yeah, please don't judge me. And now, when you do this, your character is not just going to go like that. That just doesn't really make sense. You want to exaggerate that they have something behind their back and they're not going to show you. I also forgot to mention this. Make sure that you place your character's elbow kind of a little bit lower of the middle of the arm. So I think that the elbow would be about here. Because remember, there's some of her arm that's behind her back. Take it, and boom. Now she has something behind her back. We're going to just pop out just a little knife right here, because it's a very big knife. Very, very big knife. Boom. Now she has something behind her back, and she doesn't want to show you. And now this is the main body, and once you're done with that, you can go along, edit some mistakes, and then erase all the unnecessary lines, because you're going to start making them not naked anymore, because nobody wants to see a naked character, alright? Only the creeps, the 47-year-old mans on the internet want to see some naked OCs. Alrighty. I have this little line here. This little line right here, it's probably not an actual part of anatomy, but I add it here because I want to. Next, once you have erased all the guidelines, I'm going to go through, kind of fix this leg a little bit because it's popping out a bit too much. Girl needs to go to a chiropractor. Boom. Now we have the skinny tall murderer girl who has something behind her back that is obvious that she does not want you to see, which is popping out. So, yeah. Now take the legs kind of like that, because then you're probably going to add like some shorts, some pants, a skirt, whatever. If you're adding a skirt, don't add this. Only like maybe add like if you're having a skirt like this, maybe go like that to show that she has legs. There you go. To show that, yeah, she has legs. Oh my gosh, guys, I keep on dropping you. Oh, how many concussions have you had? Like 2? Jeez, you're gonna get a brain bleed. Okay. This is a stylistic choice that I like to make. Since I'm gonna give her a turtleneck, I like to go like that for turtlenecks, and then add little lines. So it's like right up there, real snug, kind of choking her. Who cares? She's a murderer. Yeah. Now, it's important to think about how long your character's sleeves are going to be, because if you give them, like, really, really long sleeves, don't make their sleeves go like this and flow in non-existent wind. Do you see that little line there? These little lines right here? Yeah, don't make their sleeve flow like that, because if there's no source of the air's coming from, like if they're standing on the back of a building, like I'm going to give her a background to stand on, and there's wind, then yeah, maybe you can make their clothes go out a little bit. Like a little, like that, like her clothes are kind of billowing in the wind. I'm gonna give her a skirt too. Boom. So yeah, make sure that there's a source of that wind, because like if she's standing in a very non-windy area, please just no, there's no wind. She's not Darth Vader, and she didn't make her clothes flow for aesthetics and drama and being extra. No, unless your character is magical, they're not magical. Okay, now this is the most creative part of the process. Before we get on to the clothes, though, we're gonna do the eyes, alright? So, you know what, guys? I will do a separate video on how to draw eyes and tips on drawing clothes. But I am going to finish his character, and then I will finish his character. So I will be back in just a second.